This is a video lesson for Module 5, Lesson 24 and 25. The Lesson 24 and 25 learning target is I can decompose and compose fractions greater than 1 to express them in various forms. So today's lesson is going to be all about changing mixed numbers to improper fractions and also improper fractions to mixed numbers. So let's go ahead and get started by taking a look at a few strategies for changing improper fractions to mixed numbers. So I'm going to be demonstrating these strategies with the improper fraction 7/3. So the first strategy we can use to change this improper fraction to a mixed number is decomposition. So when we are using decomposition, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be decomposing 7/3 to show how we can make whole numbers out of the the copies of thirds that we have. So in this case we have 7/3. So we think to ourselves, well, if I have 6 copies of 1/3 or 6/3, that's going to be 2 wholes, and that gives me 1/3 left. So 6/3 plus 1/3 is 7/3, and then I can easily rewrite this as 2 and 1/3. So to represent that on a number line really quickly, I could just show that let me zoom out here. Essentially what I did for this is I was like, well, I know that from 0 to 2 is 6/3, and then I just need to jump 1/3 more, and that gets me to 2 and 1/3, so I get the same answer for both. I can also use the strategy of multiplication. In this case, what I'm doing is I'm asking myself, well, how many copies of 3/3 can I fit into 7/3? And well, I think, well, I can make 2 copies of 3/3 because that's 6/3. And then that gives me 1/3 more. And so 2 times 3/3 is equal to 2 plus the 1/3, which equals 2 and 1/3. So essentially in both of these strategies, we're seeing how many wholes. In this case, we made 2 wholes with 6/3. In this case, we made 2 copies of 3/3. We can make using our unit fraction, and then we add the remainder on like we did with these parts right here. Okay, so that's changing an improper fraction to a mixed number. We also have a few different strategies for changing a mixed number to an improper fraction. And for these strategies, I'm going to be demonstrating using the mixed number 4 and 1/4. So the first strategy we can use is decomposition. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate 4 wholes and 1/4. And then I'm going to rewrite 4 wholes in terms of fourths. So I'm going to rewrite 4 wholes as 16/4, and 1/4 will stay the same. And then I'm going to add these together, and that's going to be 17/4. So what I had to do is I had to split apart my whole number and my fraction. I rewrote my whole number in terms of fourths, so I made 4 copies of 4/4, and then I added the 2 together to get 17/4 as my improper fraction. I can also use multiplication, which is a similar strategy. In this case, I'm going to be multiplying. Since I have 4 and 1/4, once again, I'm going to split up the whole number and the fraction. And I'm going to take the whole number, and I'm going to multiply 4 by 4/4, because 4/4 is equal to 1. And this will help me rewrite 4 wholes in terms of fourths. And then I'm just going to add in my 1/4. So 4 times 4/4 is 16/4, and then I'm adding my 1/4, and then I get 17/4. So in both situations, we go from rewriting our whole number in terms of fourths, and then we add on the extra 1/4. Can also do this work on a number line as well. If I draw out my number line, 0, I'm going to go to 5 here. And we split it and partition it into fourths. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes, and then each one we split into fourths. We're representing 4 and 1/4, and we can just show that for each 1 whole that we jump, we are jumping 4/4. So in a way, we're kind of adding these 4/4 together. So 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 4/4 is 16/4. and then we jump one more fourth, and that gets us to 17 fourths in total. So all three of the strategies are kind of similar. They have just little minor differences, but essentially what we need to do is we need to take that whole number, rewrite it in terms of the units that we're looking at, in this case fourths, and then add in the fraction part of the mixed number. So this should set you up to answer all the questions in the lesson 24 and 25 problem set, but if you get stuck or have any trouble, you can come back and rewatch any parts of the video. Thanks for watching, and good luck.